Hello and welcome to another instalment of the Homebrew wine kit, the Nebbiolo Punch. It's the Punch 4-day wine kit. It's ran into a few more days than 4 days, to be fair. This time of the year, not as warm as it is in the summer months, for obvious reasons, obviously. So tonight I'm going to be doing the draining it into the barrel. So first on the agenda, I've already sterilised both the barrel. It's been sterilising for a few days because what happens is it had been left to sat in the shed for nearly 6 months without any brewing, and obviously after that time, even though I sterilised it beforehand, unless you dry it out and get it totally clean, obviously mould comes back. So I've had it in the bath, put a bit of bleach in, left it to soak with bleach. The bleach killed everything, then left it to soak with water, obviously to get rid of the bleach, and then I've actually sterilised it as well. So it's been going for 10 days now, so it is well and truly fermented. It's still actually, you can still get bubbles out of it, which is hilarious. So here's my bucket, my barrel rather. So there's the barrel, as you can see. There's the fermenter. This is the reason why I use barrels, because of this little fella here, the tap. Even though I'm hoping that's in the off position. We're going to find out very shortly. I can't remember which it is. I better put something below it. So I'll twist it back round. So put this fellow on the floor, and so here's my sterilised pipe. Now here's the fun part. Lift the lid off. Good smell, it's got a good aroma to it. It should have after all this time. So stick the end in to the wine, and sucky time. It's not bad, but and then it's a case of waiting to see how long it takes, and if I've turned the chuffing tap off. So let me show you the wine while I've got it in it. So yeah, there's the wine there. Lovely colour to it. Not quite all the sediment's gone, but most of it has. So it is ready, And now I've got I presume about a 10-minute wait. Depends how fast it goes down the tube. Now I put more in here than I needed, so at some stage I'm going to have to bend the pipe. Yeah, at some stage I'm going to have to bend the pipe to stop it coming out, and then the last few litres I'm going to get some clean bottles, but I'll be doing that off camera. The main thing is this. So as soon as it's gone into the barrel, lift the barrel up, put the barrel on the side. So yeah, this process of the job, if you can go from the fermentation bucket to another fermentation bucket if you want. These days a lot of these fermentation buckets have got taps on, which is invaluable. Because it's basically like what I'm doing here, same as what I'm doing with the book, But the taps make it easy, because when it comes to doing beer and things like that, you're not getting all that sediment. Less chance of getting sediment. Nice clean brew. I'm not bothered about a bit of sediment in the wine, to be honest, because you pour it out and it eventually just. So I think it must be in the off position. No one's coming out at the moment, so that's good news. So yeah, I'm hoping this is going to be a good quality Barolo. I think it's like all wines, 4-day wine kit. So yeah, it's took a bit longer, but that's down to weather, temperature. Like all wine kits though, your wine only gets better with age, you know. Most wines will taste better. I suppose obviously if you're putting them into a wooden barrel, an oaky barrel, then that's probably the ultimate way. But obviously for home brewers we're not likely to have that. So you can either bottle it, I mean you can even barrel wine. I've got no problems with barreling wine, if you're going to know you're going to have a steady, as long as you drink that wine within a few months, I don't think there's any issues with barreling wine. I did read up about it, didn't get much helpful advice about it, so I just did it. I got a kit, £20 kit, one of the most expensive of kits, and barreled it up myself. So yeah, the tap is definitely in the off position, which is good news. Don't want to be spilling that amber nectar all over the floor. So this is a Barolo, Italian fine wine. If you don't know what a Barolo is, if you're interested, go on to the likes of Sainsbury's, Tesco's, Asda, they all sell it. Lidl, Aldi, they all sell a Barolo. Tesco's, Sainsbury's sell 3 versions. They sell a Taste the Difference Barolo. It was about 16 quid when I was there. I presume now it's 17 or 18, you know, price rises. But they also do 2 more as well, a Fontenafreddo Barolo. I can't remember the other name. So I love Barolo, I love Amarone even more. That's a really, or Amarone, you know, depending on how you pronounce it. That's a really nice fine wine. So luckily it's going really well. It's draining off quite nicely, which is good, because I stood there like an idiot all night talking to a camera. I've been at work all day, and you know, you're ready for a break from it all. So the plan of action is put the stabiliser in, get a swirl round, then put the first lot of finings in, and then give it so long. So what it says actually is add sachet 2, stabiliser and finings together. So a bit different to usual. Usually you so here it says add stabiliser and finings, shake or stir thoroughly to make sure all CO2 pressure is removed, and repeat a few times. So I can shake it, stir it if I want later. Try and get a decent something to stir it with, something thin. I can pop in the old. Whereas if you're doing it straight into a bucket with a fermentation bucket with a tap on, you can, you know, just swish it about. Once it's sealed, you're laughing. Not quite so with the barrel. So down to coming close to 15 litres already gone in. So once it gets close to the top, that's when I'll knock it on the head. Because obviously I've got to put the stabiliser in, got to put one lot of finings in and another lot of finings in. And tonight I'll have both lots of finings in, and then tomorrow starts the bottling process, which is nice because it's all out of the way before Christmas. And it starts to age a bit as well, you know, at least it'll get a week on it. Although I dare say we'll have a bottle before, you know. There will be a day one drink, I'll guarantee that. Some of the clowns I work with at work, I need a day one drink. So this year, regarding wine kits, I'd like to, but they're not cheap. Some of the really expensive wine kits, you're talking like 70 quid for a wine kit. And this was a 7 litre kit. Some of the ones you buy, some of the beer ones you buy, the ones you add sugar to, they're like 1.5 litres. The 2-can ones are 3 litres. And some of these wine kits go from 5 to 7. This is a 7 litre kit that I bought. The Amarone kit, which is something like 77 quid, which is not cheap obviously, is a 12 litre kit. Quite a big kit. You know, you don't add no sugar to it. It's got its own sugars in. But, you know, you are getting like £15 bottles of wine for that. For the sake of, say, 76 quid. 40 bottles of wine from that. 30 bottles of wine from that. So you're paying like £2, close to £2.50 a bottle for homebrew. So that's steep. It's a bit steep for homebrew. But you're getting minimum £15 bottles of wine from that. So it is worth it in that respect at least. So, getting close to the top now. Now I wish I'd put the old little tap on, to be honest. I've got it somewhere, but I can't remember what I've done with it. So now, if you do it into a barrel, you've got that thing. Let me show you. If you look there, it's getting close now to the top. So I can't leave it too long before I... ooh, I'm on the wonk. I can't leave it too long before I have to pull out the pipe, as it were. Definitely on the bonk. There we go. Can't see, it's too small. Come on, come on. Right, so I want to get as much in the barrel as I can, because the barrel is going to be stabilised rather, and finings. The stuff that's left in there, I'm not going to add stabiliser and finings, so I'm actually going to have a drink of that first. So, right, here we go.
Hi guys, sorry that I'm not making a video yet, but I'll make a video soon, okay? Over it down there. Okay, bye now, I have to go. Bye, but I'll make a video soon. Bye.
There we go. Oh shoot. Oh dear. So, some collateral damage, some red wine down the side of the thing. Right. So, oh my god. So, first things first, always clean up your mess. Because if you don't, the wife will know. Oh dear, the pitfalls of homebrew. Always that last little notch that makes the mess. So yeah, as I was trying it to stop it, it kind of overflowed a bit. So one of them things where not much you can do about it. But carry on. Let's see where you go. Right. So. Blimey. That's some weight in there. Just wipe the rest of the red wine off the floor. And off my cupboards as well. Because obviously red wine will stain if left. And there we go. Right, back to normality. So, whew. Can't beat a bit of fun as you're trying to do these things. So, we're going to add the stabilisers now. But like most things, I need to find a pair of scissors. So we have scissors. Right then. So where did I put them? So there's the stabiliser, number 2. Jazz stop or whatever it's called, stabiliser. So not quite to the top, this isn't. So now what the stabiliser does, if you didn't know yourself, this is what stops the wine from fermenting any further, which it should have already fermented itself decent anyway, but hey, sometimes, you know, for whatever reason they don't. And then we've also got to add, there's 2 lots of finings, sachet A and sachet B. We're going to add sachet A. So again, and here's where you've got to make sure that you get it all in. You know, you can do wine without finings, really. You know, if you really, and you can do it without stabiliser. You know, but if you're more of a vegan type person, because obviously there's sulfites in the finings that drag all the sediment down to the bottom. So double make sure that I got rid of it all. So now, next on the agenda is to find something to stir with. I'm going to use this, a long knife, because I'm going to stir it, but I don't want to stir it too much because I don't want it splashing up, and I don't want to shake it because I've lost my seal to the bucket. So now I'm just going to run this. You should really sterilise it, but the other way, if you ain't got sterilising solution nearby, is to get your hot water. Basically, I'm letting mine run till it gets hot. Some people are lucky and they've got hot water on tap. I am. So it's just getting nice and hot now. There we go. All sterilised, and basically get it swirling, get a good swirl about. What that does, it gets rid of CO2, you know, helps distribute all them finings around. Same with the stabiliser, helps get it all around. And now I've got a 3-hour wait. I'll put the other finings in and leave it till tomorrow, and it should be nice and clear for tomorrow. And then we'll have a taste. See how it goes. Alright then. So let the wine drip off, as you can see. Well, you can't see probably, but it's going down nicely. So get rid of that into the sink. Put the lid on. And now that's sealed for a bit now, and then we'll see where that goes tomorrow. Lovely. Thank you for watching. See you soon.
No.